We're back at Mark D'Antonio's press conference for another week. Dylan lost the sunglasses, and we actually have some big news in the quarterback situation. Heading into week 3 against Youngstown State, sophomore Connor Cook is going to go into practice today, Tuesday, as the number 1 guy, D'Antonio just announced, with true freshman Damian Terry getting the backup reps, assuming he can handle it. D'Antonio said he'll enter the game number 2, and he plans to play it. Dylan, this is probably one of the bigger shakeups we've had in this sort of 8-month-long quarterback conundrum. We don't really know where it's going, and you think you do, and then you don't again. You know, no one can really seize this job, and we're going to get the 4th horse in the race this Saturday, it looks like.
Yeah, I think what Mark D'Antonio said that I thought was interesting was that he wanted to make sure that Damian Terry was game ready and ready to get in and make an impact. He didn't want to take the red shirt off him and burn it over one game if he's not going to play the rest of the season and not going to be prepared to be an impact player, for the Spartans. So I think it's interesting that Mark D'Antonio is going to take a look at Damian Terry. He's the white knight. The fans are looking for him. They want to see him ride in and seize the position. And I guess the only time will tell if that's something that's going to be a thing. He's been talented. He's done some good things. We'll see what he can do in game action.
Well, it's tough to get 3 quarterbacks ready, first of all. It's almost impossible to get 4. It's tough to get 3. You can get 2, but usually when you're repping throughout a game week, your number 1 quarterback gets most of the reps. He gets probably 65% of the reps, I would say. So that's what you're trying to figure out. You want to get to the 1. I think that's important to get to the 1, but at the same time, I felt compelled to look at the number of points we're putting up on the board and the explosive plays that are happening and make decisions based on that in that football game on Saturday, because I think it is my job to provide opportunities for people. But, sort of know when you're getting the reps and everything. And Connor Cook will go in, as the guy with getting the number 1 reps today. And we'll split the two reps. We'll check the 2 reps. I should say it that way to be straightforward. We'll check the 2 work reps to see if the guy who is running number 2 is capable of doing this, which means Damian Terry will get those 2 reps.
And we've seen the offense with the 3 quarterbacks that MSU has right now. So let's say Damian Terry comes in here. Let's say he has a huge game, and he looks like our best option at this point. What do you do at that point if you're D'Antonio and MSU? Do you go with Terry? Do you let him struggle through the rest of the year, sort of learn through fire like Braxton Miller did a few years back for Ohio State? Do you just sort of cultivate him and give him that red shirt back and hope for the best next year? What do you do if he kills it this Saturday?
My concern with Damian Terry, and I've been saying this all along, I think that if you start Damian Terry, then you risk losing Connor Cook, who's a sophomore, and Tyler O'Connor, who's a redshirt freshman. Obviously you want to play your best guys, and you want to give your team the best chance to win. So if Damian Terry is that, I believe Mark D'Antonio will go forward with that. However, I think it's just delicate when you have somebody who's also in the same class as Damian Terry, being a redshirt freshman, Tyler O'Connor. You don't want to lose 2 talented guys for the sake of 1, because next year with Andrew Maxwell gone, you got to take a look at who's going to be able to play and who's going to be backing up what they've got there. And if you lose, Cook and O'Connor to a transfer, you're going to be in rough shape. So I think to pull the trigger on Damian Terry, you have to be certain that he's going to be the guy that's going to be going forward. And so I think that remains to be seen.
As has been the case all season, a lot remains to be seen on offense. And as I said earlier, we're going to see finally our 4th quarterback join this race. So keep checking statenews.com for the latest football coverage, and hopefully you'll find out just as we do as the week develops.